Hi, I'm Dave D with XP Team USA, here at the frozen tundra of Green Bay, Wisconsin. 150 years ago, this place was a thriving homestead, but today, history is being threatened by modernization. Well, desperate times require desperate action. It's 20 degrees and the ground is rock hard. But let's see if I can dig a few more bits of history before my field of dreams is no more. But right now, let's head out to the Arizona desert, where comedian Todd Roy is standing by at the abandoned OK Mine. Todd?
Once a thriving town of thousands of people existed here. Now, everything's just foundation and junk. Like this refrigerator that apparently somebody had a beef with. Because they really shut the hell out of it. Which means there's just a ton of lead everywhere around this entire area. That's why when you're walking around, you see the broken bottles and glass. That's just people shooting. And this whole area back here becomes a giant bullet catch, which sucks because that means everywhere around here, there's just a bunch of lead. Lead, 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 lead. Leaving lead everywhere. I found a lot of cool stuff up here, just nothing valuable. But I just love the history of coming up to these places, you know? And when I find things at places like this that give me a confusing signal, even though I have a feeling it's probably a washer, so I still want to know. It's an old one. I could kind of tell it was a washer. This is the OK Mine. This was probably built around 1905, maybe 1890, right? I did metal detect this entire area. There's actually a mine up above. What they would do is they'd haul the ore out and then dump it into this thing, and it would come down, I'll show you, down these chutes and then haul it off. You'd think they would drop some gold nuggets here, but no, not at all. Hopefully we'll find something up here, but who freaking knows? Okay, so the mine is over there, but this looks like it was a house or something. Got these wood foundation boards here. I don't know if you can see this, but this was a structure, a huge office or something. So that's good. Jesus God, so many nails. Just give me a place with no nails. So this is the mine. Goes way back in there. Goes way back in there. Like thousands of feet. There's no way I'm gonna go in there. But yeah, so what they do is they go in there and get the ore and take it out. Dump it down the chutes over there. And then haul it off. But in there, too dangerous. I'm not going in there. But wait a minute. If I'm not going in there, how is there a camera filming me right now? Oh, shit. How do I get that camera? I can't go in there. Alright, this is where they keep like explosives and stuff. The dead end right there. This. See, this just goes back further and further. Man, I hope I don't see a person down there. That'd be creepy as fuck. Make sure you're watching where you walk. There are pits that just go on forever out here. I'm way in the hell in here. All right, let's get out of here. I don't recommend doing that. Before I throw it back over to the studio, I wanted to go over some of the things that I found. Let us review. I did find some casings. The XPmetaldetectors told me what they were, so I'm just like, let me test and see. And sure enough, they were. And the same with Mr. Nail. Okay, so I knew what those were. The washer, called that one, which made me happy because I can kind of tell that beep beep, there's like a little double tone. I'm like, that's gotta be a washer. But then there's this one. This is a penny of some kind. It's either a penny or it could be a Newdale token. I heard they had like these token coins that they used to circulate up here. Anyways, I'll clean this off and I'll tweet it out or something and we'll figure out what that is. But in the meantime, I'm going to make like a baby and head out. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, back to you guys at the studio.
Todd! God damn!
dang it. Wait for me, man. Where are you going? Don't leave me in there. Can't believe those two. Both of them forgot this camera. Total failures, those two.
Now let's go see what our members across the U.S. have found on our Deus Dandies History Exposed. Once again, we had a lot of great finds sent in for the show. Mark Coos is our winner this time with his 1835 capped bust half dime. It's a beautiful coin, Mark. Congratulations. Continue to send those finds in, and yours could be featured next on our Deus Dandies History Exposed.
Take out through the ice. You gotta be careful when you're using a pickaxe so you don't damage your target. Just about another inch down. Oh, I see it. It's green. All right, we pulled another bit of history out with the Deus. I believe it's another store card token from the Civil War. 1863. I really can't make out the front of the coin. It's got some stars around it. I think it looks like a little 5, but I'm not really sure. On the back, there's a shield, and it says Union Forever. Well, I'm going to plow on, no pun intended. So let's head out to the UK where Gary Blackwell is standing by for another XP tip.
Thanks guys. Let's have a little talk about EMI. Now EMI can affect any metal detector. It's just bad luck. If you've got someone operating in a frequency what you're detecting on, you will get EMI. As you can hear, I'm getting a slight bit of EMI here. It's just the odd chatter, the odd pulse. But how do I get rid of it? It's really easy. But before I show you that, let's just talk about EMI and what direction it comes from. EMI comes from this direction. It doesn't come from this direction. So if your detector is in this orientation and you're getting a lot of false signals, it probably is EMI. If your detector's like that and you're getting false signals, it's probably more likely to be an adjustment such as sensitivity or an incorrect ground balance. So okay, how do we adjust the frequency on the Deus to eliminate EMI? It's really simple. Go into the menu, go down to frequency, and if you're on a certain frequency and you don't want to move it off of that range, press the expert and that'll give you a slight frequency shift. So just press the plus and minus buttons until you find a suitable frequency when there's no noise. Right, let me try and introduce some EMI by using a different frequency. That's 11 kilohertz, we're using the X35 coil now. 17 kilohertz, we're going to expert. Let's drop it down. 16.8, 16.4. Here's your EMI. So something in this area is transmitting on 16.410 kilohertz. So all I do is just shift it by pressing the plus and minus button and you're good to go. So how do you get your machine to remember this setting? All you have to do is save it as a new program and it'll remember it. And the same principle applies with your pinpoint probe. If you're using the pinpoint probe which isn't connected to the dais, just simply frequency shift with a pinpoint probe on, find a clear channel and save the program. I've got a friend with me, Neil. He's been using ORX for a little while and I'd just like to share his feedback with you. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Neil. So you've used the ORX for a little while, what do you think?
I was quite impressed actually. I was quite impressed. And I've been using the dais now for 4 years. And I was thinking, is it going to be the same? Well, I was pleased to say that I found quite a bit with it actually. In what, an hour, I've had what could be a little coin, a crazy little piece of metal that's, I thought it was a quarter stator, but you know it wasn't, never mind, but it was quite deep. Yeah, I'm having one. I like it. I do like it. Well, I think it's priced about right. I mean, you're getting a lot there for the kind of money they're putting them out at. I mean, if you think of some of the other machines on the market, what this gives me is what I started off wanting the dais for, which was the flexibility of not having wires tethering you to the damn things. And you know, at the end of the day, it's good price. I mean, I like it. Yeah, it is a new version of a dais, but it's a tool in its own right. I mean, everything has got its use, and I'm sure that when you're looking for small parts of gold, yeah, the high frequency coil on the gold field is going to do the job. But here I am in a field in Hampshire, and I'm finding coins with it, so it's very versatile. Just like the dais, really. I think people might be buying this thinking it's going to be the same as the dais, and they're not. If they've been using the dais as long as I have, they're probably not going to be that disappointed. It does come up to scratch. It hasn't got all the different settings that my dais has got, but it's got enough to get me out of trouble. My dais packs up, or if I'm out with my friend and I want to lend him a machine, then it does what it says on the tin. And again, like using my dais WS4s, the WS Audios enables me with a simple clip in the back to use whatever headphones I like. I like sometimes using buds, perhaps when it's a bit chillier I use my over-the-ear earphones. It's just a matter of choice on the day really, but that enables me to do what I like. I've got a few coils already with my dais. Well, it comes with a coil, HF coil, but I've got a X35 11-inch that I can program to use with this as well, so that saves me a few quid. Final thoughts on the ORX would be, yeah, I'm going to have one. Basically, I can see no reason why not to have one. I was toying with it, getting a new machine, and I think this has answered it really. I didn't really want to come away from dais, but you know, this is the next best thing. Certainly didn't want to be tethered to a set of earphones. I certainly didn't want one of those dodgy add-ons that you get with some of the other machines. The dais wireless is second to none, so why would I want to come away from it? That answers the question.